Hello and welcome to another video on Adobe Photoshop. And today we're going to be talking about the eraser tool over here. So the eraser tool is pretty basic, and as the name suggests, it erases stuff. So you have some options over here, and the normal option is the size you can change over here. This is the maximum size over here, as you can see, and this is the smallest size over here, and this is the average size. So this is the size and this is the hardness over here. So right now I'm using this size and this much hardness. I'm going to change the hardness a bit, and as you can see that you will see some difference over here. The difference between the color, this one is pretty light because I have changed the hardness option, and this one is pretty dark and pretty deep in color because of the hardness option is up to 100% when using this one. So this is basically what you can do. You can erase anything in the picture component completely without any problem. So the component you are working on and whatever you are wanting to do to put some effects into it, you will be able to do it. So that is the basic eraser tool. Now let's talk about the background eraser tool. So the background eraser tool have some options over here, which is the size and the hardness also, and then there is the spacing. And the spacing is critically here because it will set the brush spacing, and this will clear out the background wherever you are erasing it. So for example, you are using this one over here, and be sure to use it in a much more comfortable way, in a much more careful way, because when you use the brush in a much more aggressive way, this will seem like this over here. So when you do this, you can simply get the background cut out and only get this option, and you can stick it to somewhere else and cut it out from this place to another. So that's what the background eraser tool basically does. Next, we have the magic eraser tool, and it's pretty simple. It detects the edges and then erase the part inside the edges. So for example, this dot of the alphabet I, when I'll click on it, the add a Photoshop tool will basically detect the edge of this dot and then erase the inside part of the dot over here. So let me click on it, and as you can see that it did a very good job in detecting the edges over here, right? Now if you click on the background, it will delete or erase the whole background over here. So that is how you simply can work with all of this over here. And now I'm going to select this one, and as you can see that the O has been deleted or erased because of the edge over here. But this one is pretty easy also, but the M is not so easy because it has some different kinds of color and the edges are not like the normal edges over here. So you have to work on this over here like this. Simply go to the edges, but have some patience like this. If you select the parts out of the M, then it will basically cut out all of this over here. The background will be cut out. So basically this is how you can erase the parts or the edge of some components in your picture. So that is all about the eraser tool, and remember that the hotkey for the eraser tool is E key on your keyboard. And as you can see that the eraser tool has the option of the brush size and the hardness, the mode, opacity, flow, smoothing, and the angling option over here. And then the background eraser tool also have the same options except the limits is contiguous. And then there is the magic eraser tool. There is the tolerance level only and the anti-alias settings, the contiguous setting, the sample all layers, and the opacity option. So that is all about the eraser tool. I'll hope to see you on the next lesson.